At the speed the world is currently developing, new and newer building projects are being launched every single day, in every different part of the world, each aiming to be more luxurious, more extravagant, and more expansive than the one before. It seems that the human thirst for outrunning competitors and breaking records cannot be quenched. Therefore, in today's video, we've brought you the most useful mega projects in the world, so don't forget to watch to the very end. Number 5. Burj Mubarak Al-Kabir, 1,001 meters. At 1,001 meters, a height based on the 1001 Arabian Nights collection of folktales, this mega skyscraper is set to be built in Kuwait City, Kuwait. It is set to be an eye-catching attraction amongst other nature reserves, new airport, major city center, Olympic stadium, and other attractions that are in plans to line the amazing future city Al-Madinah Al-Harir, better known as Silk City, which will be connected to Kuwait City via an ambitious 36 kilometers long bridge. This new city will cover a massive area of 62,000 acres and house 700,000 residents. Not only this, but if this city comes into existence, be sure to welcome the 450,000 jobs that it will bring into existence. However, don't put your hopes up too high just yet, as it is not set to be completed for another 25 years. Now, talking about the Mega Skyscraper itself, the architects predict in 2030 it will become world's tallest building, crossing the infamous Burj Khalifa. To put things in perspective, while the tallest towers today are thought to have about 8 floors, this skyscraper will line the skies with a whopping 234 floors, to scout which the architects have also put into the design of special double and triple-decker elevators. Further, it will be divided into 7 remarkable vertically stacked 30-story neighborhoods, which will house apartments, hotels, and offices, all linked by several 4-story town squares. With so many outstanding features, the most challenging aspect of this modern skyscraper for the architects is the fact that its height makes it extremely vulnerable to very high winds, a challenge met by the architects through finding stabilization by designing 3 interlocking towers, each twisted at an angle of 4 to 5 degrees. Speaking further of the structure of the building, another interesting feature, it consists of a number of vertical ailerons, or small fins like on an airplane, that will line the full length of each building. The engineers will be able to adjust their positions, which would, in turn, redirect the winds, hence reducing structural vibrations. Sounds like something straight out of the future, doesn't it? Number 4. Jetta Tower, expected around 1,008 meters. Another jaw-dropping design of the acclaimed designer behind Burj Khalifa, Adrian Smith. The Jetta Tower was initially supposed to be 1 mile high, which is why it was previously known as the Mile High Tower, or the Kingdom Tower, as it, after its completion, would mark the centerpiece and put a lid to the first phase of Jetta Economic City, also known as the Kingdom City, whose work is due to be carried out in 3 phases. After Phase 1, construction will begin on developing the infrastructure needed to support the city, while the 3rd phase is yet to be revealed. Coming back to Jetta Tower's dreams of becoming the first mile-high tower, unfortunately the geology of the bedrock it lies on proved to be unsuitable, and therefore it ended up going metric, which means that once it comes into existence to the south of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, it will now be known as the world's first km-high tower. However, the land wasn't the only misfortune that has since lined the construction of this skyscraper, as in mid-2018, with 66 floors completed, the construction was put on hold due to a legal investigation on the holding company that owns the Jetta Tower, which has since been settled. Although the actual height of the skyscraper is a closely guarded secret, it is speculated that it will be around 1,008 meters, covering a massive area of 1,285 acres, with both commercial and residential attractions. Further, the Jetta Tower will house a total of 167 floors, with 59 express elevators to access them. Costing a hefty $20 billion, the Jetta Tower has many unique structural and aesthetic features, and houses primarily a 4 Seasons hotel, serviced apartments, office space, as well as luxury condos. Not to forget the world's highest observatory, which is also set to be built within this mind-blowing skyscraper. As they say, nothing good ever came easy. Number 3. Creek Tower, 1,300 meters. Under construction since late 2016, with the engineers having finished digging the foundation in Dubai Creek in 2017, the Creek Tower, whose name finalized after many name proposals, which included the Tower Dubai, Dubai Creek Towers, Lagoon Tower, etc., is a work of art by the extremely creative Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava. His design is a mixture of Arab minarets and the lily flower, an impression of which sits on top of the tower in the shape of a lily bud, in addition to Calatrava's own vision that became this wonder. It is set to be completed by 2022, whereby it will become the world's tallest tower. With a massive $1 billion going into the construction, the Crete Tower will host 210 floors and accommodate luxury residences, offices, restaurants, and apartments. What is more remarkable about this skyscraper is the fact that it will consist of 10 amazing viewing platforms, which by the way are being designed to look like sky gardens inspired by the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. And these platforms will provide a 360-degree view over Dubai and Creek Harbor. Lastly, how can we forget the futuristic beacon of light that will supposedly project a hovering flower at the top of the structure at night that will emit from the entire length of this beautiful work of art? Number 2. Sky Mile Tower, 1,200 meters. Due to its location on the Pacific coast and sitting on the median tectonic line, the Japanese city of Tokyo not only faces the problems associated with overpopulation, but also earthquakes, typhoons, and rising sea levels. The Japanese government has responded to the mentioned hazards by launching the Net Tokyo 2045 initiative, which aims to encourage architects to design megacities adapted to meet natural challenges such as those of climate change, etc. by year 2045. The Sky Mile Tower, which is on number 2 on our list, is part of the same pioneering vision for an entire district in the Bay of Tokyo, along with various freshwater reservoirs, technologically advanced harbors, and urban farming, which would also create new means of sourcing environmentally friendly fuel. Claimed to be a hypothetical project by architects to solve the multitude of problems faced by metropolitans today, the Sky Mile Tower is in the plans to be constructed using groundbreaking modern technology, which not only allows it its massive planned height but also other advanced features, such as instead of pumping water hundreds of meters up the tower traditionally, its indigenous design will allow it to collect rainwater and moisture from amongst the clouds to store at different levels distributed along the length of the tower. Additionally, it will then resourcefully use the force of gravity to distribute the said water throughout the tower. Its mind-boggling feature do not end here, as in the plans is a sophisticated modern transportation system whereby elevators will be able to move both vertically and horizontally across the tower. Lastly, this Net Tokyo district, which will house the Sky Mile Tower, that which frankly sounds more like a futuristic dream, will cover a massive area of 3,000 acres and will house 500,000 people. And are you ready for the number 1 most awaited mega project of the future? Well, number 1. Times Square 3015, 1,733 meters. Having previously received honorable mention at the 2015 Global Architectural Design Competition, more than 1 mile high and in the center of the city that never sleeps, Times Square, New York, this futuristic mile-high skyscraper unbelievably explores the possibilities of vertical living at an imposing 1,733 meters above ground. Although not a serious business proposal, the concept of Times Square 3015 attempts to look at a self-contained community, which incorporates interesting, innovative components, such as those of vertically stacked housing and offices, vertical farming, a sandy beach, a mountain range, a stadium, and even a redwood forest. If your brain is refusing to comprehend what that means, let us help you. That means that the uber-lucky residents, rather than the typical features of having access to a pool or a community garden, would actually have a beach and a forest right in their backyards. To go a bit into its technicalities, the architects propose for the south-facing side of the module to be kept open for the sake of as much equally distributed sun exposure as possible. This will result in a series of L-shaped living clusters. A number of retail and entertainment modules are then proposed to be located above and below the above-mentioned residential modules. The core of the tower would consist of a massive and exceptionally futuristic elevator system, within which to minimize travel time, each elevator would only stop at one of the 12 existing modules. Passengers who want to move between the modules would do so using a secondary series of elevators and stairs. Well, if we talk about this seemingly too good to be true figment of imagination, we might lose all sense of the present. So, let us just finish by adding if Times Square 3015 was ever to be built and come into existence, it would by far be the most innovative building in the world, and the tallest as well, the first to exceed the 1 mile height. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our list of the top 5 most awaited, most amazing, most useful future buildings. If you think we missed out on any ones worthy of mention, do let us know in the comment section below. If you liked our video, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to join us next time for another mind-blowing video. Over and out.